Save me, I can't save myself. Save me, this is my cry for help. Save me, I can't save myself. Save me, this is my cry for help.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm a patriot and I'm a patriarch, but I'm a father first and I'ma play that part. Gonna stand for mine and never bow or buckle there for anybody that ever get in trouble. Yeah, storm is brewing, I can see them clouds, hear the children crying, baby clearing loud. Shine a light on shadows, I'ma clear them out. Don't wanna hear the truth, you better hear them now. Before it hits home and it's too close to the night of facts that you've been running from. I made it through hell just to show and tell all the lost ones where I've been coming from. My number one is my household and my family, always been my saving grace. There's a war right now and it's taking place, and you bite your tongue so you saving face. I'ma yell it loud, this my battle cry on this battlefield. I'll take my consequence, yeah, it's common sense. When it's good and evil, you can't ride the fence, that's some coward shit. I'll take them hits and I'll throw them blows, I'll lose it all to save their innocence. I'll deliver this with some diligence, cause your ignorance makes us different.
Save me, I can't save myself. Save me, this is my cry for help.
Fine. You doing all right?
I've been fighting that cancer for over 6 years.
Buddy, you want to walk around here? I'm recording just for my safety and for yours. Okay, we're not police, but we have all the,
Gas leak.
yeah.
It's pouring.
Yeah, we've been watching it rain, man. You don't care, let's walk around here. We'll get kind of out of everybody's eye. I don't want nobody knowing your business. We're a third-party organization. We're not law enforcement. But what it is, we try to...
What is it about? I mean, I don't know anything. All I do is work on vehicles.
Yeah. You haven't been talking to anybody today?
No.
Not at all?
I've been over. I've been at the farm working on my truck.
Yeah.
It cost me almost $100 just for a fuel sensor.
Yeah.
You can ask my brother. I mean, I've been there all day.
Well, I mean, we've got... So like I said...
People was hacked into my account a while back. It was an old man.
Yeah. Well, the issue is, you know, with the messages that we're getting, that lines up right with you showing up here too.
No, not me.
You care to show me your phone?
Yeah. I don't know.
We walk back over here, that way nobody's knowing your business. I try to keep everything as cordial and nobody else needs to know.
Like I said, there was an old man, probably about 60,
Mm-hmm.
and I reported him, but they wouldn't do nothing about it.
Okay.
He was using my name and everything.
I got you. Try to open your Facebook Messenger.
I don't have Facebook.
You got Facebook right here.
It don't work.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. It doesn't work on his phone. There ain't nothing. See? No, forgive me about the nerves.
Yeah, I understand, man. It's a stressful situation. I understand
Oh,
that.
I know. 'Cause I'm tired of people hacking into my accounts and everything. And this old man doing it, and there was somebody else, and they've been going around and doing a bunch of shit. And I told them, I even tried to contact Facebook about it. They said, well, we'll try to see if we can find him. One of them was like a 60-year-old man.
I got you. What kind of stuff, what do you think's causing people to hack into your stuff?
Well, I mean, I've even reported about a bunch of stuff about people pretending to be somebody else and so on. But I cannot get nothing done about it.
I got you.
I can tell them you're going to get me in trouble over nothing.
Yeah. You know, with IP traces and with like with your phone and stuff like that, even if things has been deleted, it still shows up on the phones. It still shows up. Facebook itself, they can subpoena and find out and trace exactly where those messages came from. Right.
I do wish they would find out who's been using stuff. You know.
I got you.
One time, see, I had somebody. I had to send like I had a cash out. I had $750 on it. One time, then I called cash out people about it. Somebody stole my account and don't even know how they done it. With $750 on it.
Are you clicking on any links or anything like that on Facebook or?
No, I mean I don't even have Facebook.
What about Telegram app?
No.
Nothing on that.
No, all I got is Messenger.
Your Facebook, yeah, the Messenger. That's what I was talking about. You care to open it?
There ain't nobody on there but my brothers, my bank.
Yeah, well, you ain't gonna show me that, but I mean, there's something called. It's not just the text messages off the phone, but it's Facebook Messenger is what it is. It's two separate apps.
Oh, I got the Messenger. That's it.
You care to show me? I mean, you don't have to. That's the same thing. But is there anything else in your phone? Can you show me that?
There's one page.
Okay.
See, I don't have nothing.
Well, I've still got to. As long as you're okay with me going over all this with you, I mean, if nothing else, maybe it'll help you find out what's going on.
I want to find out who's doing it. Because I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, they.
Like I said, there was a 60-year-old man, probably 60, I guess. He was big and fat and chubby. I even contacted him a long time ago, and then I told him, that's the reason I don't use the stuff no more because of that.
Well, whoever it is, if it's not you, they know an awful lot of personal information about you.
I've had people to use my addresses and everything.
I got you. Any way you can explain why we got the message and 2 minutes later you pulled in?
No, I mean, I'm here getting some oil and stuff for my truck.
Yeah.
This is the only place I buy my oil.
Yeah.
And I get my gas over there in Kroger.
I got you. I'll say, anyway, it's that this was the message. It was the first message to the account. And it started out, you know, your account was the one that had sent the very first message.
What? That makes me angry.
And then,
oh my God.
Right after we get into it, you know, it's right after the first couple messages. She said,
I've been my brother was there since this early this morning.
Yeah. But they asked to see a picture of the girl, and you'll understand more why we're here with this, but they replied, "Wow, beautiful." And then she said, "Him and I are both about to turn 15. She's talking about her dog. So he's been... Huh?
Her dog?
Her and her dog are about to turn 15 years old. So a 14-year-old girl.
But see, I've got a girlfriend. Me and her's been together for like 18 years.
Okay.
My wife said, why would I be wanting to cheat on her?
Buddy, I tell you, we go through a lot of these interviews, and I try to be as respectful as possible. I really do. But I also, I'm one of those type of people you can't bullshit.
Well, I'm used to that too. So,
and the fact that again,
I don't like the way people does.
She starts talking. You say you are really young. She says, yeah. Then it's asked, are you looking for a true relationship? Even though she's 14. And then the reply that was from your account says, age is just a number. I'm 58 and looking for true love. So they know your exact age. They knew you was going to pull in here 2 minutes from when you pulled in here.
I don't know how, because I just left my brother's after working on my truck all day, fixing the fuel.
Yeah, well, that was also in the messages.
But I don't know how the people get.
Maybe not the fuel. Maybe not the fuel part, but the working on the truck and whether you was going to borrow your brother's truck or whether you was going to drive that truck. You see what I'm saying? And we'll get more in depth. That's pictures here that people have, or you have of yourself.
Well, people's been stealing. People steals people's pictures and stuff, and
it happens. Yeah, people try to scam people. Use accounts to scam and get money and stuff like that.
They do. That's all they're on there on the floor is trying to get money. That's it.
But the thing is, if somebody was trying to set you up, there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of messages that was deleted on this, which they're deleted on this, but through Facebook with a subpoena, they're not.
Well, I mean, you see, I don't have Facebook, so.
Well, I mean, it's easily deleted too. You know, you got to understand where I'm coming from with this too.
You know how to do it. I mean, I don't know how to do it. I don't have Facebook. You know, if I had Facebook, you know what my girlfriend would do?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I know a lot of fellers that use the dating apps and stuff like that, and they'll have their password and their email that they're going to use memorized, and then they'll delete it whenever they go home to their wife or their girlfriend or something, and then reinstall it when they leave.
I can't even hardly remember the password.
Yeah. I got you. She's talking. I'm assuming. Do you know what was deleted there?
No, because I don't have Facebook.
Okay. Well, from what the decoy could remember was you asked if she was a virgin.
There used to be a long while back. I can't remember when, but this has been several few years back. There was somebody somewhere around here, or they was opposing to be, and they was acting like that they had my name.
I got you.
And they was from around. They said it was from around here too.
Okay.
But he was using my name.
Well, if they're using your name, they're definitely giving you a hard way to go. And that's like I said, if they was really, really trying to give you a hard way to go, though, they wouldn't have went through and deleted the dozens of messages that had sexually explicit stuff in it.
I mean, I don't know.
Which there's still plenty of that in here that was caught before it was deleted.
But I don't, like I said, I don't have Facebook, and I don't understand what's going on.
Well, we're a third-party organization. We're a third-party organization. It's like I said, we're not law enforcement. We try to work with people when we can. And I'll tell you, honesty goes a long way. I promise you that. It goes a very, very long way with me.
Plus, I was I'm having to take my little puppy to the vet.
Yeah.
She's probably fixing to die.
I hate that, man.
She's got 2 grand balls that's come out of her, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Sound like tumors.
Tumors, or from when she's going to have babies and couldn't or something.
I got you.
That's what I was thinking to do, go back and check on her.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks, man, whenever you lose an animal after having them that long.
Well, I've raised them from babies, so.
Yeah, it's rough whenever you have them that long, man. I know exactly what you
I got a
mean.
little boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, I had a American Pit Bull Terrier I raised from. I got her. She had just been weaned, and I had her. She was about 14 or so whenever she passed, and I was there with her when she passed, man, and it was rough, really rough. But uh, just going through some of these, there's not really a whole lot here. I mean, we got I think it's 51 screenshots compared to some of the other guys that we go to. You know, it's actually quite a bit less, but.
Was I'm poor and I've been buying pants. I can't even buy a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm wearing?
Buddy. Well, I ain't got much better. I'm sporting Walmart, so.
That's better than mine.
Let's see.
I gotta get
It
ready
says-
to take my girlfriend to the grocery store in the morning.
It says, I don't have any kids. That's what your account says.
Well, I've got one boy,
Okay.
but he's almost grown.
Yeah. She says, is that a good thing? Yeah. She says, do you want me as your kid? And the account says, as a wife. She says, oh, you want kids? And then it says, yes. And she says, I do when I'm a little older. Said, sweet. And then right after that, there's another deleted message. And then you ask, do you want a relationship with me? She says, oh, really? Sure, if we can get along. I really only care about personality.
Go get my phone.
Okay. You care if I walk with you?
Oh, that's good. I ain't going on there.
Yukon. That's one of the best ones I ever had, probably.
I about total restored this truck.
Yeah.
Then I've had that gas problem of a morning.
Mhm.
I get in started, and it would go through $10 worth of gas as soon as I started.
Yep.
The gas would cover everything under the truck.
Hey, buddy. Be careful. Walk back over here. I just don't want them calling the law on us or something like that. Sometimes that happens whenever people start noticing us, standing around loitering and stuff like that. That's why I'm trying to stay over here. Says, I really, really wish you were here with me. She says, you want to hang out sometime? You say, sure. Next weekend sounds good. Holding you, loving on you is the dream come true. I like going camping and everything. She says, sure. And there's another deleted message, but
I don't even go camping. My girlfriend's back's been broke 3 times, and
Yeah.
I don't even go.
Yeah, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Uh-huh.
It ain't gonna bother me a bit.
You say I don't like.
Do what?
I didn't know if you smoked or not, so I ain't going towards you and I'm smooth.
I appreciate that, but I'm okay. I was a firefighter, man.
Really?
I've inhaled a whole lot worse than that. I promise. This again, you see, there's multiple deleted messages on here, which again, that just kind of, with me, it just kind of reiterates that if it is somebody that's trying to set you up, these messages were sexually explicit. So if they was trying to set you up, they would have left those. They wouldn't have took the time to go back and delete them to try to not get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even have time to even be on there.
Yeah.
I go to the farm every day. We've got chickens and stuff over there. Me and my brother runs a garage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't come in blind. You know, we've got stuff we can do background searches or background checks, and kind of dig up information that we need to. We, of course, you had gave her the address too, but
I don't ever do nothing. I mean, to even do anything.
well, one of the deleted messages here, we know the decoy was able to read it, but it still got deleted before she was able to get a mess or a screenshot of it. But it was asked for a sexually explicit picture of the girl.
I know it ain't me. I mean, I told you I don't even have Facebook, so.
Well, I mean, can you kind of maybe explain why you pulled in here about 10 minutes ago and circled the parking lot and then left back out and then messaged her and said that you was going to be here in 2 minutes and you was here in 2 minutes?
Oh, I come here to get some oil and stuff in my truck.
Yeah.
And I usually go to our store to get gas.
Mm-hmm.
But my truck, I poured what little gas I had in the gas jug in my truck. And I had to get gas treatment here.
Yeah, I got you.
That's why I was headed back there to get the gas treatment stuff.
Yeah.
And I gotta get cigarettes too.
Yeah. And they're getting expensive, ain't they?
Yeah, over $5 a pack.
Yeah, I'm working on quitting myself, man. The ones I smoke's almost 10. They're
That has to be more for
Camels.
Oh Lordy. I'd be coughing my head off worse if I smoked that. I've got that dry mouth from cigarettes and stuff, and nerves.
With going back to them for you again. It's like I said, man. I've done this long enough. I know, and I understand where you're coming from. I really do. I promise that.
I hope so, because
But I will tell you that honesty with me goes a whole lot further than when I know it. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to call you out like this, but it's bullshit.
I know people's been used people's tried all kinds of stuff, and a long time ago, even on Facebook. And I had a long time when I had Facebook, I had it closed out.
Mm-hmm.
On account of people using my pictures, my name.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, all of that I could believe. I really could, and I could probably give you the benefit of the doubt there. But the fact that you've been talking all afternoon, talking about working on a truck, you was trying to get your brother or trying to get yours going, and if not, you was going to borrow your brother's. The fact, again, like I said, where you pulled in here, you circled the parking lot, kind of checking the spot and checking the place out, and then came right back after you sent a message that you would be back or you would be here in 2 minutes, and you pulled in that was right around that same time frame. Again, I'll just remind you of that. I'm pretty good at what I do, and stuff like that don't just randomly happen. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I am here every day, either here or at the store.
Mm-hmm.
And my girlfriend lives just right over there.
I got you.
You can ask Danny that works here.
Yeah, we've not.
Janet, he works here.
Well, I mean,
They all know me here, and they all know me at the store over here. They know.
we know some people down in this area too, and that's from what we've heard is not uncommon coming from you. That there has been lewd comments made in the past of other people too.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I'm not the police dude. I'm not a cop.
Well, I mean, I know that, but still, I don't get it.
We try to work with people.
On?
We try to work with people. Honest to God, we try to work with people. We try to learn. That way, we can better protect kids online. We're not here to arrest you. I don't have handcuffs on me.
Well, I mean, as far as that goes, if I seen somebody bothering a kid or anything, they would have fight.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't get it why people want to try to harass me.
Well, we're definitely not harassing you. It's like I said, you're free to leave at any time, but we have all the messages saved. And I mean, I would,
But I do need.
me personally, I would,
got some stuff I need to get done though, because I got that for dark.
me personally, if I was being approached with this, I wouldn't want to walk away from it because, you know, if we can't get this talked out here, then we have to kind of settle it somewhere else. And I don't want to have to do that. You know, there's other ways that we can go about it.
It wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, and I've also told you multiple times that that's bull, and you know that. Man to man, you know, you're 58-year-old man.
Well, I mean, I showed you my phone.
Apps can be deleted.
Well, I mean, it can't either because, I mean, you can search this phone, I mean, all you want, but I mean, I don't have Facebook
Well, you've got Facebook on there. It's just logged out.
on there, but it ain't, I ain't had Facebook on this phone since I bought it new.
What kind of dogs have you got?
Got two little bitty little chihuahuas.
These?
A male and female. Yeah, that's them.
Yeah. Did you take that picture?
Long time ago.
Yeah. And it says, you said, I've got two little spoiled puppies. And she says, oh, that's cool. And then the very next message is, can I see you wearing a bikini, baby? I want to rub lotion laying in the sun. Rub lotion on you laying in the sun, baby. You know, was that kind of like say like you got candy in a van, or what was the issue there? What was that? You see what I'm saying, dude? I'm not, going to say it again. I'm not police. I'm not law enforcement whatsoever. But I know when somebody's me.
Well, somebody's actually got an account in my name, obviously.
Well, if they've got an account in your name, they're following you through town and knew that you was coming here 2 minutes before you did.
There was somebody around here sometime that was using my name.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain why they would know that you was going to be pulling in here 2 minutes before you did, and they said it would be 2 minutes?
I'm not letting somebody watching me.
Well, I mean, we was watching you. But
Well, I guess I probably was, but I mean, I don't understand because I don't understand what's going on. I really don't.
buddy, I got a feeling you do. You're not wanting to be truthful with me.
I've been truthful is all I can think of. I can tell you anything about me.
Well, apparently whoever is doing this, if it's not you, can too. So.
Yeah, everybody, they used to use my birth date and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't like Facebook.
Well, see, that's the thing there is, what's your actual first name?
My actual name is Morgan.
What?
Corbin.
Gotcha. But you go by Dwayne on here.
No, Marvin.
Marvin.
Yeah.
But you go by Dwayne on here.
No, that's what somebody else is using. I don't.
Your middle name is Dwayne.
My middle name is Dwayne.
Yes, sir. There's not a whole lot of people that know other people's middle names. I don't know.
That one guy did.
Even people I work with, I don't know their middle names.
That one old guy that's using my name and stuff knows my whole name, my address, everything.
Yeah. How would he have had access to your pictures and knowing you was going to pull in here 2 minutes before you
People
did?
steals them.
Still can't explain why he knew you was going to pull in here 2 minutes before you did and sent a message and said you was.
I don't understand that. I literally left the farm and come here, and I was going to go get guys at the store.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you said you was working on your truck. Got a four-wheeler?
I used to have.
Yeah. I was thinking there was somewhere in here that would
I used to have
mention.
a three-wheeler too.
I'm thinking there's somewhere in here it was mentioned that you was going to come tonight on a four-wheeler at first, and then it changed to if you could get your truck running, which kind of lines up with you having fuel system problems there. And if you couldn't get it running, you would be driving your brother's black truck.
Gotta be somewhere around here. It has to be.
Well, I'm just going to let you know. I mean, it's like I said, honesty goes a long way with me.
I know it does with me too.
And
I don't steal. I don't do nothing.
with whether the phone is gone, if you take that phone and chuck it right out in the middle of Lake Cumberland, these messages on Facebook, that's all law enforcement has to do is subpoena the messages, and they can trace the IP or to whatever phone it was. Meaning, if it was that phone, even if you don't have that phone no more, it was connected to you, and they will be able to trace it back.
People uses. I've had people to call me using my own number.
Mm-hmm.
And me looking at the number, and it was dialed in as my number calling.
Mm-hmm.
But do they want to stop all that?
Well, I'm just going to let you know some of the vulgarity that kind of went on in all this. You know, with what was sent off your account, it says, "Run my finger as I put my lips on your sweet wet pink and suck it." And okay, and then you say, "I want to know what it tastes like, baby." "I don't know. You will have to tell me," is what she says. And you say, "Sweet."
Things just unreal.
You had asked before if she was a virgin on here. And I'm sorry, buddy. I'm just going to say you because it is. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I mean,
It's not me. It's somebody else. It makes me.
Dwayne, buddy, I promise you. I promise you. I see right through the bullshit. I see right through the bullshit.
It's not me. It makes me nervous just thinking about what some people does.
It was, you sent Defu and Phil I'm assuming you meant me, but Defu and Phil me sliding in and out. And keep in mind, this is a 14-year-old girl that these messages are going to. Okay? And I'm sure you understand, the legal ramifications there with that. And again, like I told you, I'm not law enforcement. I can't arrest you, and I'm not going to. But I do want honesty.
I've been honest with you, so what more can I do? That's all I can do, man.
You're
It's not me, man. I don't have time for all this stuff. I go to the farm every morning. My brother's in a wheelchair.
She says it'll be my first real time. Don't hurt me. And you say, I will take it slow going in. And she says, and stop if I say stop. And you say, make it good and wait. And she says again, will you stop it if I say stop? And you say yes. Okay, then I'll try everything I can. That's what she told you. And you say, okay, my love. And she says, what do you want me to try? And you say, we can try everything together, baby. And then you can see here, it's again not real pornography. It's drawn. It's artistic. Somebody drew it, but it was sent to the account. She says, oh wow. And you reply, I love you, sexy. I'll do my best to try that. You say, sweet baby, I bet your pussy's so wet right now, baby. You see where I'm coming from while we're here, you know.
Well, I know that, but I mean,
We can't just.
when you ain't got Facebook and somebody else is using your account.
Yeah, but again, like I said, whenever you've got a message from that account that says I'm going to be there in 2 minutes, and within that 2 minutes you roll in, and the first time we watched you come in, you kind of scouted out the parking lot, drove around slowly and looked everywhere, and then pulled back out and went back across the railroad tracks. I mean, I've been doing this for a minute, man, and I've seen people scout areas. I've seen people scope areas out when they're looking for.
My truck's still going to leak gas or not. That's what I'm doing.
But you put it on thick, don't you? It's like I said, man. You can't bullshit, and I'm not trying to piss you off. I'm not trying to.
Well, I know that, but I don't have Facebook, so I don't know what else more I can say. I don't know what somebody else is trying to do.
Well, would you feel better with us contacting law enforcement and letting them look through just to double check and exclude you from this? Because we can get them on scene if they can come up here, and I'm sure they can look through. They've got stuff they can connect your phone to that can download the metadata. That would be an option if it truly is somebody that is trying to set you up or something like that, because that would exclude you. That would keep you out of that.
Well, there's nothing on my phone.
So are you okay with us getting state police up here to check with your phone and check your metadata on your phone? That would at least exclude you from it. I know they have a few in the area that.
I mean, you can see that there's nothing deleted on the phone.
Well, you can't see when something's been deleted I can't see when something's been deleted. They can. And again, you know, it's like I said, with all of this, we're obviously here for a reason. We don't drive halfway across the state of Kentucky to Corbin.
I know that. I understand that. But what I don't understand is why somebody wants to do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I don't understand. I've had people use my name and stuff before, and I'm sure there's a lot more people that's using somebody else's name and stuff and pictures.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, it definitely happens. But again, I'll go back to the exact same thing. It doesn't happen where somebody says, okay, I'm coming to meet a 14-year-old girl, talk sexually explicit for days, and then within 2 minutes, we watch you come in, circle the parking lot, scope it out, leave and go back towards your house, and then send another message, I'll be there in 2 minutes. And within that 2 minutes, you pull in. That's pretty damning evidence, bub. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you're smart enough to understand that too.
Yeah, but I mean, unless somebody's calling and watching.
Well, that's why I said that with the metadata on the phone. You know, you could turn it in to state police voluntarily if you've got something like that going on. If somebody truly is trying to do that, you could go through and give it to state police, maybe. And they have programs where they can download all of the metadata, everything that has ever been deleted, everything on a phone.
So, are you saying I can take my phone in to them?
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying that somebody is trying to accuse you of
I don't care.
Child's crime.
I don't care to take my phone to them. I don't care.
You don't care to have one come on scene and.
I mean, I can take it to them.
Well, I mean you see the issue. Yeah, well, you see the issue with that though. And how do we know you're going to do that?
I mean, to clear me, yeah, I will do that.
Yeah.
If that'll clear me, yes, I will.
So you're okay with us contacting state police to come on the scene and check your phone?
And I don't like nobody, being around here. People are looking, and cops around.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why
That's
we're
why
over here.
I'd rather take my phone into them.
Mm-hmm.
If it'll clear me, if they'll clear my name, I'll take it to them.
But you won't let them come on scene and look at it right now.
I don't want them to come here and do it. No, not no cops. No, everybody want to. Oh my God, there's cops. So,
Well, I mean, cops show up for a lot of stuff, man. But I believe,
they pulled me
me
over one
personally,
time in my other truck,
mm,
and somebody sabotaged me. And somebody reached up there and tore the bin tag out
mm-hmm.
in my other truck and sabotaged me and had me pulled over in it. They pulled me over right here in the parking lot. Everybody's sitting there staring and looking.
Yeah, that's what you call the oh my God squad. Uh,
But yeah, true. If it'll clear my name, I'll take my phone to them. And they can do whatever.
but you're not willing to let them come on scene and go ahead and do that in front of us.
I don't want the cops here, no. But everybody's seeing. I mean, I'm already nervous enough.
No, I think you've calmed down a little bit. Just like I said, there's groups like ours that go around. There's a reason why we record, and it's not to get you hemmed up. It's nothing like that. It's because there is people that go around and do what we're doing and beat on people and act stupid, and we're not that. That is not what we do. We try to learn from these experiences to be able to teach parents and the public to be able to.
Plus, my nerves is too bad. I used to have seizures.
Mm,
That's why I'd rather take something slow.
yeah. Uh, just another one of the messages that says, "I can't wait to be the first to ease it deep in." Um, and then you send a message, "Let me see your sweet tasting." This is when we finally started being able to keep some of the messages because you was deleting them so fast. You was deleting them right after you sent them. And again, if somebody's trying to set you up, why would they do that?
Oh, that's what people does. I mean,
They're going to send sexually explicit messages to what they believe to be a 14-year-old to get you in trouble, and then delete it directly after that to delete the
people tried
evidence.
getting in trouble before.
Why would they delete the evidence, though? Is what I'm saying, Dwayne.
I don't know. I mean, that's them. I don't know or why they would do it.
That's what I'm getting at. Is I'm pretty sure we'd have to look through it, but if the decoy actually goes back through and looks through the chat log, I'd say probably all of these are deleted by now too. And I'm sure you could probably tell me whether that or not that's right. But again, it's smelling an awful lot like bull in here next to the Dollar General.
Like I said, I've had people use my name and everything on Facebook a long time ago. And one of them was an old man when I found it out. Found out who it was, and I reported them to Facebook. They wouldn't do nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, the thing with that, my grandma, she's an elderly woman, and she don't really know how to use the computers that much. She don't know how to use a phone. It took her forever to learn how to use Facebook. But she wanted on there for her church and stuff, the people in her congregation to keep up with her preacher and stuff like that. And she's had multiple accounts that's been brought up that was fake accounts of hers that we've had to report and get shut down.
That's the point of it.
But the thing is, whenever they do that, they're trying to use those accounts to scam people. They're not trying to use them to set people up and know specific information about you, like you was going to pull in here 2 minutes before you did.
Well, that one guy he knows everything about me for some reason.
So what guy? Can you tell me his name? What's his name?
I can't remember his name, but he was using my name.
Well, apparently he knows you well enough to know all of this. And you don't know his name?
No, I don't. It was an old man. I guess he was in his probably 60s, maybe.
How did he know all this information about you? And
he was kind of fat, chubby, kind of not tall, but almost bald-headed almost.
Get your drink.
He was
Got
using
cotton
my
mouth, man.
name, everything.
Um,
But Facebook wouldn't do nothing about it.
yeah. Well, they usually, all you got to do is send them. There's ways to report those. You can report it, and they'll actually, most of the time, they'll shut the account down as long as you're reporting it from your own account.
They wouldn't do it.
Or like my grandmother's account, you know, the family reported it, we reported it, and they shut them down.
Within a year later, I found out that they were still using my account
Mm-hmm.
that they made up.
That's can you understand where I'm coming from though when I say that whenever we go to do these interviews, there's a multitude of different excuses that we get a lot of times, and that is one of the main ones, one of the top ones. And again, buddy, I'm not here to get you hemmed up. I'm here to try to learn from you. I'm here to try to gain information from you to be able to protect other kids online. And I'm not here to arrest you. If I'd wanted to do that, we didn't have to do this. You know, there's enough here per KRS that we wouldn't have even had to come to meet you. I don't have to be here. And whenever somebody's not honest with me, it makes me not want to try to work with them like that. You know what I'm saying? If that's all I'm asking for is honesty, Dwayne, and we both know it's bull.
Oh, it's not. I don't have Facebook. I do not have Facebook. I hate Facebook.
I can see why now. Definitely.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying. I can definitely see why you would hate Facebook.
Yeah, I hate Facebook because I know what they do on there.
Again, coming from your account, spread your sexy legs and snap a picture of
It's not
my sexy hot wife. It gets to the point you're calling her wife, or the account is calling her your wife. Say, hold your sweet and let me see how hot and wet and pink it is, my love. She says, I don't think I want to send one of it all, but in person, I'll show you every inch. And you say, you have never put a finger or a dildo. She says, no. And again, you say, sweet. And she says, is that good? You say, it might bleed just a little while going. You say, I want to play with your sexy legs, baby. And you say, I'll suck your sweet. You can rub. And she says, I've never been able to get it to happen. And let's see. You say, baby, I will make you when we are together, my love. And she asks, how do you get it to happen? You say, when I suck. She says, I've always wanted to have an. And you say, you can rub your sweat. She says, I'm never able to get it to happen. You say, baby, I will make you when we are together, my love. And she asks, how do you get it to happen? You say, when I suck. And she says, okay. And you telling her, good night, sweet dreams, my love, hugs and kisses, baby. There's one where you say, I wish you were here cuddling with, or was here cuddling with me. And say, come play with me. And she says, how? And you say, I wish you lived with me. She says, that sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Could you pick me up next week? And you ask what her address was. And I'll keep it down if anybody walks by. I ain't gonna, like I said, I ain't here to embarrass you, man. That's not my goal. And she says that what she said tells you what town she was in, but I got to ask Mom what the address is since we just moved. You say that might not be a good idea to ask her. And she says, oh, okay. I can send it to you when I get home Wednesday. She said, you say, where is your home? And she says, an apartment. And you say, next weekend, like Friday evening, which is today. This is this evening. And she says, how long do you want me to stay for? He says, you say, as long as you want. And she says, okay. You say, I dreamed about you. And she says, oh, what about me? And you say, you sit on. She says, really? And you say, yes. And you sent one that says, I woke up all wet. And then you send another one, again, asking for nude photos, asking to see what it looks like. She says, what looks like? And you say, see what a virgin looks like. And she says, I don't know, I don't really want to send a picture of me like that. I don't mind showing you through it, though, in person. And you say, feel it sliding deep in. And she asks, it won't hurt? And you tell her no. And she says, okay. And you say, as it starts sliding. And she says, really? You say, yes. I hope it's as great as I think it'll be. And you say, yes, it will be super good. And she says, I'm getting thinking about it. And then you say, that just makes it go. That just makes it go. I'm assuming you meant go. But she says, oh, good. And then you say, he's 6. And you say, she says, well, you hate me if I don't do great the first time. And you say, no, I will love you anyways. And she says, I'll do my best for you, I promise. And you say, okay, baby. She says, what exactly do you want me to do? And she says, I can try and practice before. But you say, please don't put anything inside of you, okay? You can play with it, baby. So with that, what do you think the intention was there? Like not getting her to.
With that, I don't even have 6 inches.
Yeah.
So,
well, I tell you,
can't
man.
Be me.
we busted one. It's been about 2 weeks ago. Dude was about 440 and 6'4", and sent pictures of something that most definitely was not his. But the fact is, it's still considered sending that to a child. So, you know, he's sitting with no bond. But
I can't even what you call erection or whatever it's called.
Erectile dysfunction.
I can't even do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, it's 6 inches? Is that 6 inches?
Buddy, I'm blessed if that's 6 inches.
I'll be super blessed if that's 6 inches. I'd be thinking something's blessed me good.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I think a lot of these guys we talk to, they measure with the wrong line on the ruler, if you know what I mean. But seems like they always get bigger.
I wouldn't know what to think if I had something like that.
No, it's just what I'm saying. It seems like every time you talk to one, it just keeps getting. Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that's discussed in here too, is the fact that it's you're wanting to, which is obviously if you're having erectile dysfunction and you're not able to get an erection, there's only so many things you can do to cause a girl to have them. So
Me and my girlfriend can't have sex.
she says, I've always wanted to be special for someone. And your very next message after that was, I've never had a virgin before, baby. And she says, I'll let you have it for yourself. And you say, sweet. And say, I can't wait to go out on a boat and go camping and fishing and everything together. I'm just trying to read through these. That way, maybe, if it is somebody that's trying to set you up or something like that, maybe it'll jog your memory. Maybe you'll remember their name, somebody we can go after, or somebody, at least state police or somebody else could go after. We're not law enforcement, so we can't. But
I mean, I don't know who. I mean, I've had them to try to set me up before and use my name and everything on Facebook. And I don't really know their names or nothing because they could be named anything for their names.
I got you. Oh man. Yeah, man, I know what you mean. I got back problems myself. I had a car wreck back in 2011, and
I got fluid that comes out my feet.
yeah, got high blood pressure.
I'm going to fight cancer.
Oh yeah, just a side effect of the medication or something. Or?
It comes out. I could put a dry pair of socks on every morning, and within 3 or 4 hours or so, my feet's already soaked.
Care if I mention something to her real quick?
I don't
Come on,
care.
tell me just a second.
I ain't going to
Okay, you're good. Call Whitley County Sheriff. You did.
I called 911. I called 911 and they sent me to state police, and state police just drop off the evidence.
Okay. Call Whitley County Sheriff's Department and see if they're able to respond. If not, flash your lights again. How many miles you got on your truck, bub?
It must have been like originally 240 some thousand, but somebody's got the wrong push.
Oh yeah. They'll go forever, man. You want to step back over here so somebody don't end up calling on us? I'd say, if nothing else, the store end up calling on us. That's why we try to do everything off to the side like that, so it's not as much in the public view. But You sure you can't think of anybody's name that, you know, if somebody was setting me up and knew that much information about me, like what I've been doing all day, which you explained yourself, you told me that. So they knew that you'd been working on that truck, that specific truck all day. Or you was going to be going through and using your brother's black truck to come. Having pictures of your dogs.
I've had a few around that caused me trouble, but I don't know what they're capable of.
Okay.
And there's one of them that's staying down below my brother's in a little old shack. But he actually don't like me.
Yeah.
Because I run him. I had to run him off from up there on how many times.
But you see, you know, this. I would have to look. I would have to look to see how many days ago it was that it was mentioned meeting here specifically. But on Friday night tonight, which you was running a little behind, but you explained that in the messages as well that you was working trying to get that truck going. And you just told me that when I walked up over there that you was trying to get the truck going, you was working on your fuel system and all that. Okay. So again, you know, all this personal information, all the things that you personally have been doing today it's lining up perfectly. It's running parallel with everything that you're telling me, or everything, well, not everything you're telling me, but everything that we're going off of these messages.
Oh, I can't figure that one out.
You know, it's like I said, if somebody was trying to set me up for multiple felonies, I believe I would know, you know, a little bit more about who it might be.
Or is it? I mean, it could even be down to my ex-wife. Could be. I don't know.
How would she have knew that you was going to be pulling in here and twice, and then say that you're coming back 2 minutes later, and you come back 2 minutes later?
It ain't been too awful long, and she come want me to take her back, and I said no.
Yeah, I got you.
So she cheated on me and went to a guy that just got out of prison and stuff. And I don't know, it could be anybody. I mean, it could be somebody watching me, you know, keeping tabs on me, something. I don't know.
Buddy, I don't know either. But it's like I said, you know, they know enough about you that it would worry me personally.
Well, I know, but still.
If they knew you was going to pull in here 2 minutes.
Like that, you know?
Do what now?
Like somebody doing my other truck like that set me up.
So, wait. Oh, with you been? Yeah. But see, that's the thing is.
They took my truck, and then they took my truck and then pounded it, thinking it was stolen truck.
Yeah, I got you. They just removed the vent off of it.
Yeah. To try to get me in trouble.
I got you.
That's how come I know. I think it's somewhere around here.
Well, see,
who would go far enough to try to do something like that to a vehicle to get somebody in trouble?
buddy, I don't know, but
that's what I can't understand. It's got to be somebody close.
I got a feeling it's somebody very close, but it's like I said, man. I mean, you can be honest with me. There's another sexually explicit artistic rendition of something, but you say, I want to hear you moan, baby. Moan as you feel so good with it sliding. And then you asked if she's ever watched it. She said no, that she hadn't. And then you sent and deleted a message. I'm not sure what that one was, but again, with Facebook metadata and so law enforcement, obviously we can't, but law enforcement can subpoena Facebook, and any message that's been deleted will be recovered. And the same thing with a phone. You know, like you're saying that with your phone, that it did not come from your phone, it did not come from whatever. You know, you could take it, if you're saying it's coming from somebody else that's they're trying to set you up. You're saying you're willing to take it to the police post to let them look into it.
If it'll clear me, yeah, I will.
But at the same time, you're not willing to let us go ahead and get one on scene to do it now.
I mean, you can understand what I'm going through. I don't want nobody. This is a public place. Everybody comes in and out. And
Well, it's the public place that you chose to meet a 14-year-old girl. And I'm just going to be brutally honest with you, because you're not with me right now. Okay. I try to be nice. I try to be nice as much as I can. You're not. You're trying to be as honest as you can without incriminating yourself. Is what you're doing. Is exactly what you're doing. You're not willing to be honest with me, and that's, it's like I said, honesty goes a hell of a long way with me.
but I showed you
Dishonesty don't. Well, you showed me a cell phone that had stuff deleted off of it and a Facebook app that wasn't logged into. And I will tell you, a lot of alleged predators, before they come to actually meet said girl, they will delete those things just in case it's something like this right here. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to tell you, it is. You're not going to talk to a 14-year-old girl that's talking to a 58-year-old man and be willing to come have sex with you. Unless there is something seriously going wrong with that girl's life. And if that's the case, then you're taking advantage of her. You see what I'm saying?
Well, ain't nobody gonna meet nobody.
Well, if we hadn't been here tonight, that's what it would have been. That's exactly what it would have been. I mean, again, you're not going to be honest with me, so I'm just going to be honest with you. You're telling me as much as you can. You're being as honest with me as you can to not self-incriminate yourself. And I don't understand that, because I'm not law enforcement. I'm not Kentucky State Police. I'm not Whitley County Sheriff's Office. I'm not Corbin PD. I'm nothing like that. I'm just a regular dude, man. I'm like you. And I'm trying to help protect kids online, because it's such an epidemic right now. Well, right now you're part of the problem, because you're not being honest. You know, we've worked with multiple people before that have actually been able to help us with stuff. You know, there's things that can be done that we can learn from what your mistakes was online, and try to actually teach other parents how to better protect their kids online. And that's the whole reason we do this. We don't do it just to try to get somebody locked up or to ruin their life or nothing like that, man. Our overall number one goal is to protect kids in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And as big of an epidemic as this is, we need groups like us, as long as it's being done right, to go through and try to learn more about it, if nothing else, to be able to maybe make some changes. That way it's harder for people like you to get in contact with a 14-year-old girl on Facebook. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I've been around the block more than once. And again, I know when I'm getting bored. And I hate that, man. I really do, because you seem like a really nice guy. You really do.
I mean, I am.
But you're not being honest with me, and you know that, and I know that. That's, again, our biggest concern is just protecting kids. It's nothing about you. We have no, no offense, but I could care less about you. I care about these kids. And if I can't learn anything from you with this, then we have to go other directions to try to do it other ways. And I don't like doing that. It's like I said, I think you're a decent dude. I really do. I just think, something happened. You came across this profile.
My little niece.
Let me run this by you real quick.
My little niece is everything.
Let me run this by you real quick. Say you're searching Facebook. You're scrolling through Facebook, and you see a pretty girl's profile picture. You think, what the hell? I'm gonna send her a message. I'll shoot my shot. Maybe you thought she was over 18, but you sent the message, and she reciprocated and started messaging back, which is pretty rare. But instead of the conversation continuing and her saying that she's 18 or 21 or 34 or whatever, she says that she's about to be 15-year-old. So that's where we run into the issue at. I believe that maybe you had already got that in your head, that how beautiful she was, and you just was willing to roll the dice just to try it, to see if she's real, see if that's a real person, even though she was just 14-year-old. Maybe looking for love, maybe even if it was just going to be a one-night thing. But I truly do not believe that you randomly happened in here 2 minutes after that decoy account got a message that said you would be here in 2 minutes, as well as seeing you come in right before that, about 5 minutes prior, circling the parking lot, scoping the place out, and then heading back out and coming straight back after you sent that message. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I mean, you can be honest with me if you want to, or you can not be honest with me if you want to. But it's like I said, I've already made up my mind, and I know what it is. There's nothing going to change that, because, again, I've been doing this long enough to know. And how did you find her online?
There's lots of people online, but I don't have Facebook, but I don't understand it. I don't have Facebook. I hate Facebook. Long ago when I had Facebook, they wouldn't even let me, even on the sale site, they wouldn't even let me put chickens on there to sell or nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, buddy, I'm sorry we can't figure something out and get something worked out here, but it's like I said, I'm not going to stand here and be bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and leave, and we'll go our separate ways, and we'll figure out what we got to do from here. But it is what it is. I mean, I hate to be that blunt with you, but
That's all I got right here.
So you leaving on us?
And get wet.
Well, I mean, like I said, man, if you don't want to be honest with us, then there's nothing more.
To be honest about,
Again, you've been as honest as you can be without self-incriminating yourself, is what you did.
What can I say?
Well, you had Facebook and you deleted it before you got here, is exactly what it was. And
I don't know how.
well, that's all I know to tell you, man. I'm gonna give you one last chance to be honest with us, and that's it. And we're gonna leave. And I tell you, it's a whole lot better to talk with us. I promise you. But
I know that, but like I said, I don't have Facebook. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's all I know to do. All I know to tell you, man, is to take your phone into State Police Post 11 in London, and let them tell them that you have somebody that is trying to use your account to make it look like you are committing multiple felonies.
They see it. They'll see that they've been a lot of people trying to use my name.
Well, they'll see that, but they can also see, like I told you, when they subpoena Facebook for the messages and all of that, they'll also be able to see that it came straight from that phone in your pocket. So, and it's like I said, we've talked to people around here too. You're well known for being a sleazebag, so.
A lot of people don't like me because I don't put up with the crowd.
Well, a lot of people don't like you because you flirt with young girls, is the issue. I mean, I told you, I'm nice until somebody's not been honest with me, and then that's it. My goal is to protect kids, not you. So you can.
I will take my phone.
I'm sure you will.
Keep the blindfold off of these blurry eyes. Gonna be a horror story where the scary dies. Angels fly with their guns out, causing hella fire when Mother Mary cries. I heard the lies, but I seen the truth. They gonna silence you if you bring the proof. They gon' call you crazy when you call them out. They try to box us in, but we can box them out. Don't dare ask me what I'm talking about. If you ain't listened yet, then you'll never hear it. We gon' pray to God and we gon' stand up. Got an army here, I know the devil fear. Yeah, the future's clear when you know the past. And that train is coming and it's rolling fast. Gotta fix the path that's on a broken track. There's no time for us to be holding back. Now we need some leaders to wake up the sleepers. Make believers out of non-believers. Let freedom of speech ring through the speakers. Take the filthy rich to the cleaners. Shine our light, baby, high beamers. Don't let sex crimes be a misdemeanor. Protect these babies from these sickening creatures. I refuse to sit and watch from the bleachers.